Good morning from Frankie and myself. Frankie and me. Frankie and me. Poor thing was up all night with the storm. You know, he does pretty good sometimes with storms until the big boomers come in. And last night we've had some loud ones. Okay, so guess what? Whenever I know I have a trip on board, I've been like this since I can remember. I already have my suitcase out and I'm already packed. And the little weekend jaunt to a conference is only in June. It's in June. So I'm just so excited. I love going to conferences, and it's only an hour away. Gonna stay at a hotel. Very excited. So I was packing and I was thinking, you know, I used to travel a lot for pleasure and for work, and for education. So I've got my packing down to a minimum. I do have something I need to get from the other room. Anyway, let me just start here. I've unpacked my overnight bag. I like to always go through my overnight bag to make sure I'm up on everything. Don't forget anything, and can minimize the weight of my bag. I don't like carrying heavy stuff. I'll even weigh the clothes that I'm taking. I'll weigh the jeans or the shoes or the nightgowns. Fabric can be heavy, and the heavier and more dense it is, the less you can squish it down to make room for more things. That's true. So I know, here's my little makeup bag that I can set up in the kitchen, in the bathroom, get it nice. And I like this one because it's nice and wide on the bottom. It's about as wide as my hand, and this is as long as the other side of my wrist. This is almost my palm, so I can put it out like this. But normally what I do is, see, if you do it like this takes up as much room as the top. And then when I fill it up with things, there's a lot of air in between, right? So I don't use this on flights. I'll show you what I use on flights. When I'm flying, if it doesn't go in a plastic bag for TSA, it goes in a bandana. So in a bandana is where, I don't know if you can see this. There we go. Is where I would put, like, these are the tools that I use all the time. Every day. You see me dip into this jar every day. So it would go right there. Along with my mascara and my lipstick. So what would I do? I'd wrap it up like a burrito. And then when I get to the hotel, I unwrap all my separate burritos. And then I also stack the bandanas on top of each other and spread them out. And then I have a little bandana tray. How about that? Yeah. Very excited. So I'm going to show you what else I always take. I'm not packing these yet because I used to always have a separate makeup bag that was already on the go, ready to go out the door. And in Portland, Oregon, when I lived there for 10 years, oh God, I did a lot of traveling from there. That makeup bag never got unpacked. If I needed to add something to it, I made a note to self and I just would go ahead and replace it. That bag was always ready to go. And the weather was so fair there, I could leave my bag, my toiletry bag, and what does he call it? A bug out bag with basic clothes in it. I always had that in my car. So if I got off work and I was all wound up, I could just go to my house, get my dog, take him for a walk to potty, jump in the car, and go. I didn't even have to go back into the house. I just boogied. But I can't do that anymore. It's way too hot and humid here, or way too freezing cold in some other places. So I just bring it in, and I don't travel as much anymore, so big deal. Our life changes, and I think that's one of the biggest things that has been a surprise to me. As I got older, I didn't remember, Frankie, enough. I didn't remember many people, I just don't remember this subject coming up about how we change as we age. He just won't quit licking sometimes. Stop. You're right in my ear, babe. Quit. Not enough old people talked about growing old with younger people. They might have talked about it with each other. Stop. Stop. Enough. Good boy. And I think that's too bad. Young people don't listen, and old people don't talk. They don't want to talk to young people about certain things. Yeah, we change as we age. Weird, huh? I never thought I would get tired of traveling. And there are some people who don't. They travel until the day they die. But I think I just lived so big for so long, in my opinion, that now my living big is being home. Working in my yard, not wearing makeup or wearing makeup if I want to, not talking to anybody if I don't want to. It's amazing. Oh, I want to show you something else I would put in my overnight bag. I would cut out, back in the day we had magazines, hard copy magazines. And here's an example of what I would take out of a magazine. This magazine was called The Realist. I don't promote it, I'm just saying it was a magazine that was probably given to me. I don't, they would be sent to my office for free. I would never know where they came from. Somebody would say, well, you had to have prescribed to them. Nope, did not. Anyway, they would show capsule wardrobes. That was really popular there for a while. I had never heard of it, and here it was. So anyway, it's a little diagram that if I'm going somewhere, I can just dip into these clothes. Say, okay, I'm gonna have a jacket and a skirt, jeans, a couple tops that I could wear with the jeans or the skirt, and maybe a little dress, couple pair of shoes, and a little purse. And one of the things that I would do with the shoes is I would somehow stuff them with, I used to stuff them with tissue paper, newspaper, whatever, or an old nightgown. See, this isn't showing that you also need a nightgown and what have you. So I would stuff them with socks, especially if I had walking shoes. And I would use a little purse as a little makeup bag. I would put extra toiletries or underwear, bras inside of them. So that's not a very heavy bag, but it covers everything you would need. And then in this particular article from The Realist, which I am not promoting, it would also show how to put the outfits together. So I would feel more confident. See, there's another outfit. So this is always in my suitcase. It helps me remember that I can minimize wardrobe. Minimized capsule wardrobe. So this always goes in my suitcase. Also, you know, I always use a headband for my makeup or washing my face at night. So this little teeny weeny, I don't know if I got these from Temu or from the dollar store, but I got a silver one and a gold one. And so it takes up no space, and it's a lot lighter than this one. You can feel the difference in the weight. This is like nothing. So this always goes in my makeup bag. This is just gonna, I'm just gonna use this to help me put it together. If I have extra room, I'll take that bag. If I don't, I'll just use my bandanas as usual. Also, with travel and with conferences, you never know how cold or warm and stuffy they're gonna be. You could almost bank that one room is always gonna be ice cold, so cold that I can't concentrate on what's being said. It just, or so hot that you think, what are you trying to do, put me to sleep? Or if I fly, there's people talking, yapping. Or a noisy hotel where there's people down the hall. Those situations hardly ever have been resolved. So I take earplugs. I have a huge box of these. There's probably 500 in them. And I always have extra for in my hotel room. So they're in my makeup bag. And then I have some in my pseudo purse. I'll put them right in here so I can grab them, because sometimes the conferences are so loud. I don't know how they do it, but sometimes it's just so loud. Or I'm eating lunch and I can hear the clinking of forks and plates when they have the sit-down dinner, just terribly loud. So I can cut those in half long ways and put them in my ears and cover them up with my hair, and nobody sees them, nobody cares. Or they'll leave me alone because it's obvious I don't want to talk. It's not that I don't want to talk, I can't relax and have that noise. So if I'm talking to someone, I'll say, oh, I can hear you just fine. I can. My hearing is so good. I can hear through those earplugs. I can hear several conversations through those earplugs. I always make sure that I have the right cord and plug-in for my phone and charger. Because if I don't want to go all the way back to my hotel, when sometimes in conferences the hotel is a little bit away. Normally I'm in this, I stay in a hotel where the conference is, just so I don't have to deal with traffic. But in this case, they're having the conference at a college, so I won't have that that benefit of proximity. So I will tell you that to find a charging station for the phone is not always great, but if I take this with me and put it in my purse, I can plug it up and charge my phone. Also, I have my Bluetooth with me and this extra little speaker. And this will help me see, it'll be on both sides so I can hear a phone call if I need it. I know, might be overkill, but I can tell you it has saved me so much time when I have not wanted to participate in a conversation. And when I wanted to be able to hear during a phone call. And I was saying about this, the walls, like on military bases, hotels, schools, etc. The phone dies really fast. Airports. And when you're trying to make an important call, if you're not charged up, you're gonna be sorry. So this will go in my book bag purse. So that's already made it heavy. So that means whatever I put in here has to be prime real estate, right? And that phone charger will also go in, be taken out for a night when I'm back at the hotel. Something else I always take since I found them is a microfiber cloth for cleaning my face. It is such a drag to go someplace and struggle with the little things that are usually so easy at home. And it's easy to remove makeup with one of these. So this always goes. And because I can just put it flat, and I can also, I don't have to bring it home. They're so inexpensive. As little as I travel now, it's worth the $1 that I spend on it, or $2 I spend on it, to leave it behind if I need to. If I don't, and usually I take extra baggies. So, okay, so you saw me put my earplugs in my book bag. Then I also have a couple for in the room, earplugs, dental floss, the picks, a fingernail file, Band-Aids. These are for my feet. Sometimes walking back and forth on carpet, or long distances in almost any shoe, I can get a blister, and I don't like being without that. Also, when I take a shower, I have a habit of pinning my hair up. So here's a very inexpensive little plastic clip. And to save room, see that big gap there? I put it over there. So at least that's one little teeny piece of unwasted property. Let's see. And if I accidentally take 2 tweezers, I'm going to tell you, things start weighing out. I know it sounds silly, but if you're walking through an airport or from the car to your hotel room, if your bags are heavy, it's stressful. It's stressful. Just like around your house. Why would you set up your furniture where it's a hassle getting around it? Right? You want a nice flow. So to me, it's a nicer flow from the car to the hotel room if I'm not struggling. Here's my toothbrush. I was given this in some kind of little gift bag a while back. For some reason, I got it out. I wanted to rethink using it. Normally, what I do is, this is one of the things I would put in a bandana. I like to wrap my things in bandanas. If you feel this, the weight of this, they weigh about the same, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's this acrylic. I like these toothbrushes, Oral-B. Very, very nice. They feel good in your hand, but they're heavy. So this won't go. Nope. That won't go, because I want my bag to be light. I've had people compliment me on my packing. And I'm happy with my pick. What? Also, I have a little tongue scraper. I brush my teeth every morning and every night, once in a while in between, but I need to scrape my tongue. And this little one from my water pick is just fine for a couple nights. I don't take my water pick overnight unless I have a traveling one, which is smaller. And last time I got it out, it is not working. Oh, I love it when you do that. Oh, 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 oh. So I ordered another one. I hope it comes before the trip. But if it doesn't, I understand. There's my little toothpaste. And normally, because it's a liquid, it would go in a different bag. But I'm not flying, so I'm going to put it in my oral hygiene bag. I'm putting my toothbrush in with my makeup brushes. Well, look, I have this one that has this little lid on it. Isn't that cute? I've never used it before. That's new. I must have got it from a dentist or something. So I guess I could take it. What do you think? This one's bigger and bulkier, but I think it's lighter. They take up about the same amount of room when you add it all up together. So am I being persnickety? Yes. Why? Because I've traveled a lot, and and I know that there's some things I just don't need. And there are some things I really do need. I do need these. I love these. There's several of those. Also, Q-tips. Always have to have Q-tips. So I'm putting things in this bag and laying them flat inside the bag so that they take up less room. It's less stressful. Excuse me. One of the things that I learned when I stayed in a bed and breakfast one time, where the bathroom was down the hall and there were it was just, you were just renting the bedroom. It was a beautiful, wonderful place, way out in the country in Oregon. Oh my God, it was heaven. I went out there for the Shakespeare Festival, and you didn't want to stay in the rooms. The beds were antique, so they were all squeaky. The floors were squeaky in the house. I mean, but it was all well maintained, don't get me wrong. But I needed a nightlight to be able to make it back and forth to that bathroom. I'm a 2 o'clock a.m. peer. So I have felt that I keep this in my maybe I'll take it box. If I know I'm gonna have lots of room and I'm forced to check in a bag or whatever, I'll have different things that I'll take. And this is one of them, a little nightlight. Turns out most of the time, if I plug this in the bathroom and close a hotel room, or in my hotel room, if I plug this in the bathroom and then shut the door, you know, there's all that room for the light to come through. That's almost too much light for me. So I'll take it on this trip, but I can use a towel to kind of cover up part of that door. Why would I go through all that trouble? Because I love good sleep. Also, I have twice now been in a hotel where there have been fire alarms go off and have to go all the way outside in my PJs. And there's loud noises, flashing lights. It's very, excuse me, very stressful. And I didn't like being there without a little flashlight. So this goes beside my bedside table as well. Put that in my little overnight bag. Something that I found at Tuesday morning that I just love is a 10 times magnifying mirror that I can put on the mirror there, or I can just hold on to it. But it's easier to put it on the mirror with these little suction cups, as long as they last. I don't leave it up there all day long because I don't want it to fall and break. Okay, I'll take my allergy pill here in a minute. But I need help putting on my eyeliner, and this is how I get it, with a 10 magnifying mirror. So this will go in my overnight bag. You know what I figured out too is I need eye drops in my overnight bag. I cannot get up in the morning with these horrible dry eyes and not be mad at myself if I don't take my eye drops. So that goes, this is a little bag that is uber important. So it definitely goes in my makeup bag. This is the last one. See all the bandanas? One of them was to lay out. Also, I don't take things like razors. I'll shave before I go. And if it's just a 2 or 3 day, I might take one just to touch up if it's hot and I'm gonna be wearing skirts. But my leg hair is light, so this is something else I don't have to take. And I usually wear long skirts anyway, so if I don't shave, it's really not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna lay out this bandana and show you what I've taken. Okay. I take multi-purpose makeup on small containers. So this foundation is a little dark, I think, for this early in the year. Let's try it. It's so nice and thick. But let's see if the color's right. Now, see, I'm not gonna pack my makeup this early in the game. This was an overnight bag from when I was helping with a relative that had a couple rough nights. But that's under control. But you know what? I really like this makeup. I think it looks okay. And it's just a tiny little thing. I got this from Temu. It's a Langman. I don't know. But I like these little cases. I even bought some of these from Temu, just the empty ones, so that I could take any makeup I want. But this will be definitely, I'm going to put it right here in my little makeup bandana. That'll go. I have the lid nice and tight. And then I have a powder, and I can use this for the water that I dip my brushes in. But this is, if I want to use a powder, it's like a primer to my eyeshadow. I don't feel like I need to, when I'm home by myself, or I'm going to see people in person. If it's not on the video, if it's on the video, I'll wear powder. But if it's in person, I just think it looks more natural if you don't have all that powder on. Women my age with my skin type just really don't need to look so dry. I am going to take the powder just because sometimes if I don't have powder, I just don't feel right, especially if it's humid. So as I use a tool, see, I have this other bandana that I had already packed up. So as I use the tool, see, I won't need these Q-tips because I already have some. I don't need this big fingernail file because I already have one, a smaller one. I will need a powder brush, so I'm going to set that over here. I will need some eyeshadow, and here is an eyeshadow brush, but this is a big palette. I'm just not sure that I need a palette this large. So I'm thinking what I might do is take one of my favorite eyeshadows right here and wrap it up. Yeah, you're getting to hear me rustle around here. Sorry about that. I'm going to take this one little color palette and because the thing is here is I want to go get some CEUs for my license. I want to hang out with a friend that I'm going with. But I'm not going to pick up any guys, and I'm certainly not going to apply for a job, right? So I only want to be presentable to my friend so that I don't scare her. And I don't want to scare the people walking around the conference too bad. So that means using a modicum of makeup to be presentable. I did order a crayon eyeshadow. I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm really looking forward to trying that. To see if maybe it shows less wrinkles in here. I don't know. I'm hoping so. Also, I need a lipstick that is going to be perfect for blush and lips. And that's this. Yeah. I love this. If I could only have one lipstick for the rest of my life, this would be the one. Yes, ma'am. I don't use the brown up top because it would be normal for my skin to look a little pink. See, this is natural, right? So if I can blend that in like it's the sun, and blend this in like it's the sun, I think it's just gonna make me feel more confident than using different shades of brown and what have you. I just don't think they're necessary. So those are the colors that I'm going to be using. And an eyeliner and a mascara. Oh, and I can't forget my eyebrows. My gosh, I was in clients the other day through video, and I had forgotten to put my eyebrows on. So I looked like Jeffree Star when he was going without eyebrows. Oh, oh my gosh, what a trip. You know, I've heard people talk about castor oil and how it gives them more hair. I don't understand that. I'm not getting more hair. I do not believe so. I've been putting it up in my hairline, and I think my widow's peak is better. But I also think what happened was a couple times in a row, I was shaving in the bathroom, my face, and I forgot that my widow's peak was there, and I think I was just shaving it off. Could it be the castor oil? Chances are slim, because you can't grow something where there's no hair follicle. You can't grow hair if there's no hair follicle. Sorry. That just doesn't happen. And now I'm going to put on a wee bit of, where's my water? I'm putting a little bit of eyeliner. Now see, everything that I'm putting on then I'll put in my makeup bag. And then I don't have to think about it again. Now I'll do this again in June. I just wanted to get some bare things out of the way and get some things that I'm not taking out of the way. I just love to pack for a trip. I do. I'm so excited. I almost was fully packed yesterday, and then I unpacked again because I was like, well, the things that were in my suitcase from helping out this family member, they were all winter stuff. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, right. And this is the beginning of May, and then I think this is towards the end of June. That's 2 months of heat and humidity buildup that may or may not be true. So absolutely have to have eyeliner. I feel absolutely naked without eyeliner. Mama's not going anywhere without it. See, there's a couple things there that will be in the pack because I have plenty of copies of this stuff. So how are y'all? When was the last time you had a trip and forgot something important? Or maybe through your travels, you have an idea of things to take or not take. Like I never take shampoo or conditioner anymore. I just pump the heck out of the stuff they have. And I make sure that I take my hair finisher. It's this cream leave-in conditioner, anti-frizz stuff. So I can put that over anything and have it calm my hair down. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, I need under my eyes a wee bit. I can just put the lightest brown, or that brown I was using, and mix it with my face powder to get about the color that I want, because I don't want it to be too dark under my eyes. I just want a little shadow of a color to help show that I have eye definition. Mascara. So yeah, I would love to know some of your little secrets. What do you take no matter what? What do you not take? And maybe sometimes regret it. Have you ever completely overpacked or underpacked for a trip? And what did it teach you to take or not take? One of the things that I learned was that I think I'm cursed. Whenever I go to places like Arizona or Florida or Texas, you can just about bet whatever's in my suitcase is not going to match the weather. So I have learned to pack light, to stop packing a whole wardrobe around a certain type of weather and take one outfit for each type of weather that could be possible and that I can layer on top of each other. That's what I learned. Like that capsule wardrobe that I showed you the pictures of, those things can be layered on. And I can also, like I would take a pair of little flats, not heels like that, because they take up too much room in packing these days, as far as I'm concerned. But I would take, always take a pair of tennis shoes and plenty of socks on any trip. Never go without some kind of warmer walking shoes. A walking shoe that you can wear with socks. And I always take leggings. Always now. I will not take leggings. Because leggings I can put under jeans or under skirts. If I'm just going for 2 days, no biggie. I can suffer through 2 days. But when it's, and I always take a pair of socks for on an airplane because they're always so cold. And also, I have a little routine that I do to help keep my stomach under control and not be in pain. And it's usually, I take a shot of water with a tablespoon of vinegar oil in it. Or not vinegar oil, apple cider vinegar in it. So I dunk that down. But sometimes I'll put it in juice, so it kind of tastes like cheap wine. But when I'm traveling, I don't want to take liquid. Liquid's heavy. So I'll take my omeprazole. You can buy it over the counter. And I'll put them in a little tiny container like this. And only being gone 2 days, I'm not going to take my vitamins, but I will take my high blood pressure medicine. So that's 2 little containers. And since it's only 2 things in a container like this, I could put 3 or 4 of each in a little thing like this. I don't have to take 2 of these because I know if I'm only taking 2 medicines, voila. But you can buy those little containers from Temu or from Amazon, 5, 10, 20 at a time. And you can use a magic marker and put the first letter of whatever it is on there. Or you can go ahead and take your big old medicine weekly thing. I've done that many times. I think that's all I've got for you today, because this is all the makeup I'm going to wear when I go. That's just how it is. Might get rid of a little shine here. All right, you know what? I'm going to go get ready for my day. I'm excited about it. Thanks for keeping me company. I sure appreciate it. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment just to say hi. It makes my day. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now. Oh, Frankie. He's way up over the pillow. You can't even see him. See the top of his head. He's so mad. All right. Bye for now.